Greetings, programs. Malekith here again with returning finally with another episode of Learning to Play Star Trek Online. With me, as always, is Jace. How you doing tonight?
Hanging in there, having a good time so far.
So, you were just telling me there's a new event going on, started, I believe, last week. So I think we're going to focus this week on going through some of the highlights of the event, or at least getting my feet wet in the event.
Yeah, time to party and take a break from the rigors of the Iconian War effort and visit Risa.
Ooh, the pleasure colony.
You know it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is open up your mission panel.
Okay.
And on the left-hand side, you'll see it'll either already say Risa or Summer Event or Peg.
Yeah. Okay.
If it says House Peg, just cycle it to Lolanaut Summer Festival.
Got it.
Click on that, and you can transwarp, and it's a free transwarp to the Risa system.
Cool. All right, I will do that.
Once you get there, it's like being at Earth Space Dock. You have to pull forward a little bit, and then it'll give you the option to beam down to the Summer Festival. We'll also give you an option for the Classic Beach, which is a Risa map that has existed since the early days of the game. That's just purely a social map.
Okay.
Nothing much to do there.
Summer Resort, you said, correct?
That's it. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of it. And since we're grouped, you should beam down right in front of me. I'm standing at the transporter pad there in Risa number 5. Oh, yep. Where are you? It's 3.5 meters.
Probably still loading in because it's patching files. There we go.
Oh, yep, there you go.
Welcome to Risa.
Welcome ashore. So, looking around, it's dusk right now. Time of day doesn't matter for any of the regular events, though there are some things that are accolade related that are only certain times a day here.
Okay.
So there's lots to do. First off, we'll run over here, and you can talk to the event coordinator. This is basically your Vicky, I think, from Love Boat.
Yeah. Okay.
And she will give you a little intro and a mission that gives you one Lolanaut favor and tells you how to unlock the summer store, which you'll actually want to do on all your characters, because you can only unlock the event store, the seasonal event store, during one of the seasonal events.
Okay. And then it's open to you
Year-round.
year-round. Okay.
That way, if you have any leftover reward tokens, Lolanaut favors, they're called, you can spend them at any time.
Okay.
On any character. Because those are account bound. Actually, the Lolanaut favors aren't even account bound. They're tradable. People sell them. And if you look, I've got a little blue monkey wearing a tiki mask here as a pet that I got through the event. And he kind of reminds... I use him right now because he reminds me of Zul'Gurub with the little tiki mask. Like the trolls, the Zul'Gurub trolls.
Yes.
Little WoW flashback moment. There are now 4 different pets you can get from here. Different kinds, at least. There's birds, there's feathered monkeys like this little guy, there's Horgons, which are just a little statue that appears at stationary, and there are now Caracals, which look like Pokemon, basically. They look like cat rabbits.
Okay. Cat rabbits. Oh boy.
They're really cute. She will also give you a mission called Flying High, which that is your daily here, which leads towards getting the Ferengi Nandi warship, which if you look out past her into the bay, you can see one parked out there in the water.
Okay.
Hard to see right now, but we'll get a closer look in a minute.
What's your take? K-phone.
Oh,
you gotta fly through the rings.
Yeah, you gotta do a little Superman 64 action.
Oh. Hope it controls better than Superman 64.
A little bit. So once you have unlocked the event store and have flying high, then you come talk to this guy, the floater vendor, and for right now you'll want to just get a rental floater for 1,000 energy credits.
Okay.
That will only last for a little while, but it'll be enough for you to do flying high, and we'll do something else, some other mission, some other event here on the island that will get us some Lolanaut favors, or I could trade you some, and you can get a regular floater. And if I had thought of that, I would have just traded them to you in the first place, but better late than never. All right, so now we just take off. You equip that as a device, and you'll probably want it on your hotbar while we're here. And then you can fly. Pew! These floaters are pretty fun, I have to admit.
Seems it. I'm waiting for the cooldown on it.
Yeah, forgot that 15 seconds when you first turn it on. All right, so yeah, you spacebar takes you up. You can move around like you normally would with your mouse, but in 3 dimensions. But now that you've started the mission, as soon as we start one of these lit up pathways that you see in the sky, it'll start counting down. So from the time you start one, you have 10 minutes to complete 3. But that's pretty easy even with these slow, unmaneuverable packs we have right now.
Gotcha.
So fortunately, right now there's 2 of them right here for me. I don't know if you see the same ones I do.
There's one right in front of you, and then one above behind you.
Okay. Yeah, I think they change periodically based on time and are
Okay.
the same for everybody, but I'm not positive about that. So yeah, you just fly through the little gateways, and a new one will appear in front of you. And you do drift on the turns. Not too much to it. The idea is for it to give you views of the island and that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
And they have 3 levels of these floaters that you can buy with the favors. 3 different speeds for 50, 200, and 1,000, I believe it is.
Oh, right. For different levels of marks.
Yeah, so I basically get a 50 one early on and then save up for an expensive one. I hadn't done this stuff on my main in previous years. I actually did it on my Romulan because that was who I was playing the most when this event first came out. So he has a high-speed pack, but I don't need to do anything else on him.
Right, because you got it all.
Yeah, he finished up the project to unlock last year's ship because I wasn't quite done it, but I already had the project slotted, so he was able to complete it even though that ship's not available otherwise this year.
Oh, that's cool. It's nice that they allow you if you're to continue those things. I think that was something that WoW learned later on for the seasonal events.
Yeah, it used to be that you could. This winter, you were able to replay the old ones if you wanted. Like you could have one character do each one and then unlock it, and then switch around and unlock it on all your characters. But they decided to make the ships exclusive to that year's event now, unless you started it last year and just didn't get to finish.
Gotcha.
So a little controversial. They did sweeten the deal a little bit by adding the ability to just earn the ship once, and it is then claimable at any time on any character. So that's pretty nice. All right, so we've got to. You did finish that one. You got to do 2 more.
Yeah. I have to complete 3, and I finished 2, so I need one more.
Well, you did do the second one, right?
Yeah.
You must have been stalking me. All right, looks like we have to fly to the other side of the island for either of the 2. I think this one. Yeah, this one to the northwest is pretty easy. There's some that require a little finer maneuvering. I mean, they're still easy, but if you have to like fly in a spiral, the controls aren't the best for it.
Yeah.
Very pretty zone. I like it. It's like we got the sun coming up now.
Yeah, it is very nice the way it's detailed.
Lots to explore here. There's lots of accolades, and there's a master relaxer meta accolade for getting most of the other accolades, which I did on my Romulan, but I have not yet done on this character. Actually, the Priority One Fleet did a Twitch stream over the weekend on Saturday showing most of the achievements, which is pretty cool if you want to check that out sometime.
Oh, that's cool.
Good supplement to what we're doing because we're going to be doing like the basic event related stuff where they were doing more of the achievements, accolades.
Yeah, that's awesome. Uh-oh. Says you logged off.
Me? Hmm.
Even though you're flying around in front of me, but it just said you logged off.
It's weird.
But
We seem to encounter some kind of little bug or something every time.
yeah.
Cool.
I guess there's one here we can do, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. You couldn't see the one I just did?
Nope.
Okay, that's funny. All right, well, I'll follow you through this one. So I guess it is a little different for different folks. We just happen to both have those two at the start.
Yeah.
See, I'm getting just a little bit of lag or latency or something. So the gates are almost like barely appearing as I get to them sometimes. Cool. So then I use this a lot. Down at the bottom right, you'll see site-to-site transport.
Okay.
The resort is where we started from, and we can just beam right back there and save flying time to turn it in.
Oh, cool. Might as well use those transporters for something.
Exactly. And you just go back to the event coordinator. She will give you 40 vouchers, which you then slot into the Nandi Warship projects. Did it give you a little tutorial sort of how to use the projects?
I don't think so. If it did, I didn't pay attention to it.
Did it have you put one Lolanaut favor into a project to unlock the store?
No.
Okay, I'll walk you through that when you talk to her.
Okay.
She did give you a mission to unlock the store, though, right?
I believe so, yes.
Cool.
Open your reputation tab and contribute to the summer event. So it did tell me, I just didn't pay attention because I was talking to you. So
I
which...
won't shut up tonight, so that's just how it is.
No, that's fine. Reputation tab, okay.
Oops, I missed I'll retweet you. Yeah, so you open up the reputation tab, then events on the left side, and then click an open slot. Cool. Then you want to, on the right, select that, unlock the vendor.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
And then you can contribute the favors to it.
Right. Once you select that, then it'll give you the option to contribute. And in this case, you're just contributing one favor. But that's the process you also use later with the reputation system for donating or contributing marks to increase your reputation with all the different factions, per se.
Gotcha. So you have to turn in 1,000 vouchers.
Right.
You
get 40 a day, so you have to do it 25 times out of the, I think, about 40 for the event.
Okay.
But this is the only part that you have to do daily in order to unlock the warship. Even if you did nothing else, you could just get a rental floater anytime your floater expires, do this, and, in a little over 3 weeks, you'd have the Tier 6 warship, which is a really excellent ship.
Cool.
We did a review of it on the show this week. and Cam, Sarcasm Detector, did a video review of it showing it on Tribble because he burned a bunch of Lobi to get it early. You can purchase more vouchers using Lobi crystals, but the Lobi crystals only come from lock boxes and other Zen.
Gotcha. So I can just go ahead and contribute the favors to it. It doesn't vouchers.
Yeah, just go ahead and throw them in there. There's no need to keep them in your inventory.
Okay.
I'm at 280 because I've been doing it every day on this character. But you only need to do it on the one character too. So it unlocks it for everybody.
That's awesome.
There'll be a second tab in the store once you've unlocked an event ship.
Cool.
All right, so once you're done that, let's see. We're a little late for the dance off. We can get some credits for some favors for doing the dance off.
Okay.
We won't get the full amount, but I'll show you how to do it. It's pretty easy. There's just a small trick that makes it work. This one trick makes dance party a breeze. Dance instructors hate him. I'm gonna click B version. Right, so you just stand on this platform. So here you can click on I Want to Dance, which will show up above site-to-site transport.
Gotcha.
And then you'll start hearing the dance instructor call out dances. But what we want to do is down in your chat panel, bottom right, click on the little gear with the smiley face, which is chat config and socials.
Right.
And then emotes. And on the emote sub-tab, click the pin. And that will detach that separately.
Okay.
And then I just scroll down to where the different dance emotes are and stretch that panel so that I can see all of them from mix down to wave hands.
Okay.
And then once you have it pinned, every time the dance instructor calls one, you just hit it.
Oh.
Sometimes it'll be the same one in a row and you'll just automatically get credit. And it'll ask you, the first 3 will give you some favors, and then the next 5, and then the next 10, and if you get all of, and then the last time it'll ask for 20, and if you get through them all, you get a big bonus. So,
well, that's cool.
There's probably not enough time left for us to get the full bonus, but we can earn some favors and goof off here for a minute. Funny mix here, because you have folks like us who just showed up here in our uniforms and armor and whatnot, and other people who are in full Risa gear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and this guy with invisible legs over here.
Yeah, I have that problem with the shorts on my Romulan. It stinks. I believe the voice of this dance instructor is Zeronius Rex, one of the producers.
Oh.
She also is the voice of the Eppo lady in the winter event.
That's pretty cool.
She does also often have very colorful hair in real life, too.
I was going to say, did she demand the character design?
This one probably resembles her more than the Romulan Eppo researcher. Oh, I see. I didn't turn off emote in chat because I'm getting the spam of everybody does the robot.
Yeah, me too. It's helping.
There's a character here named Jace.
Huh. That's
Yeah,
funny.
it does help alert you to what one to do.
Yeah, because we're talking, so I'm not necessarily hearing what she's saying every time.
We got some photos at Vegas of a whole group of us in uniform doing the snake.
Yeah.
Pretty silly. This one
Little
takes a little while, but has pretty decent rewards. I usually do it if I'm like in-game socializing or chatting, or
kicks.
some of the other mini events. You get as many marks in a shorter time, but this one is like the easiest. You don't. There's not really anything to it.
Rel in the chat saying during the dance off, when you complete the last 20 dances for the full thing, you'll unlock the dance emote, dance samba advance.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. Because I see on my thing those are grayed out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can unlock that one. The fan dance you can unlock on Nimbus 3 by doing something a little bit similar to this. I think if you do it 3 times on different days, it's kind of like a mini daily.
Okay.
I think you can unlock the fan dance from Star Trek V that Ahura does.
Oh, okay.
So we're definitely going to get through the 10. I don't think we're going to get through the 20 this time because we got here partway through, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Just Dance is a mix.
Okay. I was going to say that's a totally different game. Because that's a Ubisoft actual dancing game, is Just Dance.
Oh, yeah. Either mix or basic. I think it's mix. I wasn't paying attention. And thanks, Relum. I would have forgotten to mention that.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Basics, it looks like lots of people are doing.
It's
Or
mix.
mix.
I didn't
Okay.
get credit until I did mix.
Gotcha.
It's funny explaining stuff because it's stuff I've done a bunch of times, and like I have to think to say it right. Wait, what do? I usually just click. So if you have any tribbles, you can throw a tribble in your inventory and buy a Rycian food item from the store and leave it in there, and you'll get a Lolanaut tribble, which boosts your flight speed and inertia for flying.
Oh, cool.
It also gives a little bit of health regen and psionic resistance too, so you can use it outside of Rice.
Gotta love tribbles, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the winter event has one too. It's like a candy cane looking tribble.
A lot of dancing.
It cleared out some because people who were here at the very beginning already finished their 20.
Right, looks like we'll get about 9 or so. Robot.
But we're not going to get any more credit, so why don't let's run up by her so that when she's done, we can go ahead and get the samba.
Okay.
And we're going to head out to the power board race. Get our hoverboard on. Cool. She just lit up so we can talk to her.
Okay. I gotta remember to run. Oh, I ran into the wall and got stuck. Hey, come back here.
I think she. There we go.
Oops. Dance party never ends. That's the right answer.
Cool, there it is. Alright, so now we want to site-to-site transport to the promenade.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Rail. Once we get up probably a little higher level, we can definitely do some of that with cues and such. We're just trying to get me through the storyline because I never finished it, even though at launch I bought into the lifetime membership. So I'm making my brother Jace here pull me through, get me up to speed.
It's fun. Some of the Federation missions I haven't played in a long time. I think I just saw a guy dressed as Iron Man run by.
No, I did see somebody who looked like either Iron Man or Star Lord or something here.
Yeah, there's some pretty good cosplays in here. All right, so here's your Rycian power boarder.
Okay.
You can go ahead and grab probably just a rental power board. I wouldn't use. You probably don't have enough favors yet, and I wouldn't use them on a power board. I would get a floater first.
Okay.
There's more stuff to use a floater for. We're probably gonna miss the start of this race, darn. Yeah, that's okay. It's not urgent. Anyway, so we can get on our power boards.
Yeah.
And what happens here is they have a little countdown where you can click join race, kind of like where we clicked I want to dance.
Okay.
And basically on basic boards like these, you have no chance of winning, but as long as you complete the race, you get some favors.
Whoa,
and
whoa.
Also, their official name. Get some tropical tags. You get 2 tags just for finishing. You get more if you place. And the tags, every time you get 6. Whoa, these things really launch. These drift way more than the.
Yeah,
and
this
you
is
can't
pretty.
go backwards or straight.
Yeah, I realized that. It's pretty wild.
Just you blast. But those tags you can turn in with a duty officer contact upstairs who is a monkey researcher, and that's how you get the monkeys.
Okay.
And similarly, there's tropical eggs you can get, and the eggs you can go to an ornithologist and raise them into birds. Let's see, this is going to run a couple minutes, so let's get in position for the next event. The race gives you a little bit of favors, but it's mostly to get the monkeys, and the monkeys and the birds can both be turned in for marks for reputation as well.
Okay.
Not only for reputation, but also for fleet credits, and that's also how you buy items once you get up and grab it. Anyway, let's beam back to the resort.
Okay.
And let's see, do you still have your rental floater, or has that expired?
I think it may have expired because it disappeared from my action bar.
Okay, we should be able to get enough to afford. Actually, no. I'm going to give you some favors. I've got some extras. How many favors do you have right now?
It's a good question. Where do I go to see that?
They'll just be in your inventory. They look like a round disc.
Okay.
It's like
I have
at the top.
50.
Oh, 50? That's perfect. 50 is what you need. I was going to be all generous. All right. So now you can come to this guy, the floater vendor that we talked to before.
I went to the wrong little hut.
Uh-oh.
I'm coming.
Huddle up. And you can get a standard floater. Color is your choice. Black, blue, white, or red for the standards.
It's a good. I'll go with the black one.
Good choice.
Okay. Now I guess I have to equip that.
Yep,
Yeah,
and
there
now
it
that
is.
one's permanent, so you won't have to do any more shenanigans with that.
Okay, excellent.
Eventually, you can buy an advanced one if you really want to.
And just the advantage of that is it's a little more maneuverable
Yep,
and
and
faster.
significantly faster. Eventually I'll save up 1,000 and I'll go ahead and buy the top one. I won't bother buying the middle one because it just spends more in my favors. We're gonna fly over to this side here because we don't actually have to start this next mission from a contact. We can just it'll appear above our site-to-site transport. Next, we're going to be doing the Horgon hunt, which, if you remember, the Horgon was the little fertility statue that Riker told Picard to bring back for him and got him into some hijinks on Risa. All the
Oh,
ladies thought he was seeking Jamaharan,
yes,
and
that's
he just
right.
wanted some peace and quiet. So a little trolling from Riker. And we're going to find them basically like an Easter egg hunt. And you just basically have to loot them like they were a chest.
Okay.
And we have to collect 10 in total. Each of them will give us some favors. If you're lucky, you'll also get one of those tropical eggs. And if you get all 10, you get, I think, 75 bonus favors, which is awesome.
Wow.
Once you get the hang of this, they give you 15 minutes to do it. Once you get the hang of it, even with a slow floater like ours, you can do it in like 5 or 6.
So basically, you're saying it'll take me 20 minutes?
Perfect. And that'll start in about a minute. The power board race is just wrapping up. Everybody has probably done it. If you look out, now that it's bright, you can get a nice look at the Nandi warship. We'll fly out to it in a little bit. You can get pretty close to it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it is pretty neat looking, even if it is partially submerged.
It has an authentic imitation gold pressed latinum hull coating.
That sounds like the most Ferengi thing I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a nice little bit in the blog about it. Amusingly, what the Ferengi use as imitation latinum is the easy replicated element called gold.
Oh, God, that's funny.
Practically worthless. Horgon hunt begins in 23 seconds. If you look at that little summer event window, if you
Oh,
hover
yeah.
over it, it will expand and show
Oh,
you
cool.
all of when everything is going to be. And they just rotate round the clock, like basically across the span of an hour, everything goes once. There's actually 2 powerboard races per hour.
Hmm.
Okay, now you want to click I want to hunt for Horgons. I guess they didn't want to make it I want to seek Jamaharan. All right, and the first one is usually in 1 of 2 spots. You'll be able to see them on your mini map. You just fly over to them and try not to overshoot them too bad, and grab them.
How do you go down?
If you aim yourself down, you can run straight down, basically.
Oh, I gotcha.
You just have to adjust your camera.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you actually loot the favors once you open it up. You'll get credit for finding the Horgon just by opening it up, but I have made the mistake of finding like the bird eggs and not actually hitting loot and just flying away. Not fun.
Okay, let's try
Where's
it
my
again.
egg? And then we'll fly over behind the resort. Will be one. They're all over. If you look at the map, you bring up your overlay map, you'll see them all over the island. I just have a particular route I go.
Is that what the arrows are for?
Yeah, the arrows point at them. The biggest arrow will be the one that's closest, usually.
Gotcha.
And the other ones will grow in size as you get a little bit closer. They have fixed positions that are slightly randomized. Like, there's always one in each little sub area in one of a couple different spots.
Gotcha.
Sometimes looting it will knock you off your floater and you'll have to reactivate the floater. Seems to do that about half the time. Relin taunting us with his 1,000 favor floater. It's so much better.
Yeah.
It feels so fast. Although I'm not getting very good frame rate, so it's a little hard for me to control it at that speed right now.
Guess we're going up over the mountain here.
Yeah, this one's sort of up on the ridge.
Oh yeah, there you are. I was a little behind you.
Yeah, it's no problem.
I'm still trying to get the hang of these controls. Actually, it wouldn't let me loot the first one. It like stuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me take the favors for some reason.
Weird.
Well,
Oh, if you interact with this bird, it's part of an accolade, and it gives you a little just
oh,
panoramic cutscene.
cool.
There's several of these birds around the island, but this one I always fly past while I'm working on hunting. The bird pets look similar to these birds.
Okay.
I'm gonna go north up the beach. It's not worth going so far out of the way across the promenade to that other one.
All right. I'll follow you then.
There's some folks I was reading on either the subreddit or probably the subreddit. Actually, do this on several characters during one Horgon hunt because they have several characters with the 1,000 floaters, and just buzz through it really quickly, and then switch characters and buzz through that one all before the 15 minutes is up.
Wow.
It's not that ambitious.
No. Did it again.
Huh.
Oh, that's fine. Gave me more favors the second time.
Wonky. I seem to remember that happening to me last year, maybe.
I wonder if it's that we're looting them at the same time. There's a weird thing because we're grouped, maybe.
Awesome. Try to grab it ahead of time.
Yeah, you seem to be there a little ahead of me anyway. Now, is it randomized number of favors you get from each one, you said?
Yeah, it's 2 to 5 favors and a small chance each time of getting a tropical egg.
Okay. Well, I haven't gotten any eggs, but it seems like I've gotten 5 more times than not, so.
Cool. That helps when you're getting started. They upped the number of favors from the actual event completions this year, which is nice. But it's still, the 2 to 5 has always been the same off these. All right, I got it that time?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, a couple of the times when I went it and it stuck, it said it was 4, and then when I actually looted it, it was 5, so.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about, but.
We got lurkers. Hi, lurkers.
There we go. Following you.
This one, I think, will be under this ridge over here. It's fun. When I have the fast floater, I'll do silly stuff like buzz around like high into the air and then drop down on top of the Horgon and
Yeah.
silly stuff.
Actually found that I like that there's FPS controls. Control pretty good controlling the floater.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
Because you get the real good mouse look for directional.
It does feel pretty good. Can't zoom out as far as I'm accustomed to, though, so it feels a little claustrophobic to me.
Yeah.
But you play third-person games.
Yep, I'm a little used to that. Oop, 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 oop.
It's knocking me off my floater almost every time.
Oh, that's funny, and I haven't been knocked off once yet.
So I'm at 9 out of 10, so we just need one more.
Yep.
There's one over here. Good times. So I would say if Nothing else here appeals to you because there's a lot of stuff you can buy with the favors. But if nothing else appeals, I highly encourage you or anybody watching the stream to make sure you at least do the Flying High daily, because this ship is probably the best giveaway or event ship that they've ever offered. It's a full tier 6 ship. It has a special interior that has has an exchange, bank, and Dabo table. That's the Ferengi interior that was on the Ferengi cruiser from the very first lock. I think the first lockbox, first or second lockbox.
Wow.
So it's like your own little starport on your bridge, and it's a darn fine warship as far as its stats and potential. Okay, so that's all 10. We just want to click I want to hunt for Horgons again to turn it in.
Oh, wow, that's easy.
75.
So, how many favors? You need 1,000 favors to do the for the ship, right?
You need 1,000 favors, right? You get 40 a day.
Okay, gotcha.
1,000 vouchers.
Vouchers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, favors are the tradable currency that are
Right.
there for all the costumes and the boards and the floaters.
Okay,
Yep,
and then the
1,000.
vouchers are from the daily.
Yep, Flying High, where we did the Superman 64.
Okay, gotcha.
So you can basically beam in, talk to her, do that, beam back, talk to her, put it into your project, and that's all you need to do every day.
All right, very good.
Okay, so let's do site-to-site transport to the promenade.
Okay.
We are a little bit ahead of schedule since we got this done quickly. And we can get you a proper hoverboard. You beat me here. So come over here to our hoverboard vendor, powerboard. I keep calling them hoverboards like it's Back to the Future.
Hey, it is 2015.
Yes. Get yourself a basic one of those. And
So I should buy one of the standard ones?
Yeah, might as well. We haven't unlocked... no, we did. We did unlock doffing on these characters. Okay. So we will be able to use this stuff. I forgot if we had gotten enough level to do duty officer missions, but we did. We just haven't done research and development yet.
Okay, now...
we've got some time, so speaking of duty officers, you can follow me and we'll go upstairs here in the promenade. We'll pass this fountain here with a giant Orgon statue. I'm just going to guess don't drink out of that fountain. Don't know what happens in it after hours.
Danger.
Yeah, I was lounging in there with my Gorn. Okay, so here on the left is the ornithologist. See her with bird cages and eggs and a little bird. And on the right is the monkey trainer.
Okay.
So anytime you have 6 of those tags that we'll get from the power boarding, or when you get an egg, you can talk to either of these guys and hatch the egg or research the tags, and that gives you a basic baby bird or monkey. And then every day you can up it 1 step. It's a 24-hour cooldown to then raise it to a juvenile, to an adult, to a senior. And each time they have a chance of critting and getting a special property. For the birds, they become tufted. For the monkeys, they get tiki masks.
Ah.
And they're neat looking, and also then they're worth more once they're fully grown and you turn them back in for marks.
Oh my god.
Beach Ferengi.
Yes.
I love his flowers.
Yeah.
That is a special Ferengi.
It is something, all right. That is for sure.
Him and his funky monkeys.
I'm just going to slowly back away.
Too bad I can't crit and get a brass monkey.
Yeah, right.
Beastie Boys music in the JJ movies.
Mm-hmm.
Totally be in theme. They could have just made it a bronze monkey to avoid copyright infringement.
Yes, absolutely.
Fair use parody. Um, we don't have anything to turn into these guys yet, but this is where you would come for those if we get lucky and get an egg. You can also buy eggs for 150
Okay.
from favors from the store, which I do sometimes if I don't have good luck getting eggs. Like I'm probably going to need to do one today because I didn't get an egg either, but I've got plenty of favors backed up. But for me, I'm trying to bulk up on marks so that I can get some Iconian reputation here soon.
And the eggs are only really if you want to get the pet.
The birds.
Yeah.
Yep. And the pets. If you don't want the pet and you don't need marks, there's no need to really do it. I mean, we're going to be doing stuff to get marks a long time from now. You won't have much use for marks other than maybe fleet marks until we're much higher level.
Okay.
So it's non-essential. The Horgon pet and the Caracol pets just come from, you just buy them with favors. There's nothing tricky with those. All right, so now we've got, this is going to start in 2 minutes. And we're in position. Now, one fair warning here. Little gates come up and you'll see people jockeying against them.
Uh-huh.
Don't make the mistake I did my first race. I slid off the gate to the left and it shot me past the gate and I got disqualified.
Okay.
It's not a total barrier. So I usually just hang back a couple steps or I'll walk up, to like here and get on my board and not move until it's ready to go.
Gotcha.
These guys have advanced boards. We're not going to place in the top 3. That guy with the short board, which is new this year, you see him over on the left. It's the kind of Klingon looking.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's the Targ Hog. That's faster than any other board. It's just harder to control. So if he knows what he's doing, he'll beat everybody else here.
Gotcha.
Our goal is just to complete the race, and we'll get some favors and a couple of monkey tags.
Okay.
Get up on my board. The swimsuits and stuff can't be worn outside of Risa. They have a special category that's like vacation wear.
Okay.
I think some of the new stuff counts as off-duty wear, so you might be able to wear like the Hawaiian shirts outside of here. I haven't bought any yet, so I'll have to double check that.
We're in trouble. We're racing against Zelda.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. On her pink and purple board.
She's got the little open Hawaiian shirt. That's cute. Cookie's on one of her alts. My co-host. She was in a different instance though. I'm in like this Section 31 outfit with a scarf. This is great. Like covert vacation ops or something.
Mm-hmm.
But until I get my upgraded floater, I don't want to spend anything on costumes. All right, so in 10 seconds, it'll give us a chance to join the race right above site-to-site transport, just like some of the other events.
Gotcha, okay. Okay.
So gates come up. Oh, it popped right up as a F. So now you'll watch everybody jockey around like fools for a full minute.
Is it really a full minute?
Yeah, it's a countdown. Right now we're at 45 seconds.
Oh, yeah, I see it there on the side. Oh, there's another short board thing you're talking about.
Yeah, those hogs, they have a bigger drift but a higher top speed than the other boards.
Gotcha. So if you're good with the Tokyo drift, you're good to go.
Yeah. Now take your time with this because this thing controls weird. It's easy to shoot off the course. And every time you do a jump over a ramp properly, or you hit the little arrows floating in the water, you'll speed up.
Okay.
So you'll gradually go faster and faster throughout the thing. But The end is a big straightaway. It's just there'll be a part where we're on the little river through the center of the island, or back part of the island, where it'll be narrower.
Okay. So it's more like F-Zero.
Yes, yes. We've gone from Soup 64 to F-Zero. I loved how the pod racing game was just like F-Zero. It was like almost identical. Here, I tend to zoom out a little bit and basically just ignore the other players. There are some shortcuts you can take if you're really trying to be competitive. You'll see people cutting corners and stuff.
Right.
I know a few of those, but you don't want to mess around with it unless you know what you're doing, because then you can get disqualified.
Gotcha. Oop, hit a stone.
Yeah, I got stuck. Somebody got stuck like I did.
In between?
Yeah, they're like jumping up and down trying to get loose because it's hard to break out since you can only really move forward. All right, I'm on the river. Looks like you're on the river now too.
Yep, I'm just a little behind you.
If you fall off your board on the beach a little bit, if it doesn't say you're disqualified, you're fine. Just get back on your board. That happened to me once.
All right. Again, I'm using the FPS controls, and I'm finding it okay to handle. Just like you said, I'm not maximizing my speed or anything compared to anybody else.
When you get to the end, you'll want to just let yourself coast through the finish line, because it doesn't automatically end when you go through the finish line. You have to interact with the finish flag.
So don't go too far.
Right. Excuse me. If you blast past it, you could lose control and get disqualified.
That's a little shaky.
Yeah, it's a bummer. That happened to me my second successful race, I think. I was like, yeah, I made it through the hole. Oh. But the finish line, you'll see the smaller flag on the other side of it, and just let off before you get to it. And you'll kind of like run into it, and then you can interact. It's like you got it.
Yep.
Awesome. That's 15 favors and 2 tags.
Oh,
so
yes.
3 of those races gives you enough for a monkey, even if you don't place.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Here, we can ride our boards out towards the warship.
Oh, yeah. Right behind you.
As you get closer, you'll actually fall underwater. There's some sort of little glitch here. People have been goofing off with it a lot. But you can get pretty close to the ship, and then if you switch to your floater, you can fly up in the air. This power board is really fast.
Now, is there... I guess I should look at my thing. I have to keep switching there. I guess it's... Because it's... what's it? Oh, I gotta...
Switch. When you equip one, it's using the same...
it's swapping them out.
Your character, you can put them into 2 separate devices.
Yeah, I just did that. I forgot how that worked.
Yeah. Yeah, I have those 2 and my Lolonot Tribble in 3 of my device slots, and then I just have a gambling device in the other one. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool ship. It's going to be pretty customizable because they just increased the color palette of what you can use on ship patterns.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see some really gaudy ones probably flying around.
Yeah, I'm sure. Excuse me.
Okay, the last event that we have not done is coming up soon. That's sand sculptures. So we can site-to-site transport back to the promenade. Sand sculptures is a little hard because there's a limited number of spots where you can build sand castles.
Okay.
So we might not be able to really do it, but we can at least take a look.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll hang out here for a minute. And just on the other side of the wall from you here is the Rissian aeronologist. He's this sand scientist. Behind you.
Whoop.
I'm out here on the beach.
Oh, you went all the way out on the beach. Okay.
Yeah, he's right at the edge of the beach.
Gotcha.
And we'll wait to take his mission until it comes up. You can do this round the clock.
Okay.
It's bonus favors if you do it during the sand sculpture mini event.
So it's better just to wait to do it then. to get the bonus.
Right. But we might not be able to because I think there's only about a half a dozen spots, and they go quick.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, so that's going to start in a minute. You can read about it by talking to him. And during the actual sand sculpture mini event, I believe you don't even have to be here at him to take the quest. It shows up above site-to-site transport, like some of the other events.
Okay. So if you know where the things spawn, you can just kind of stake your claim and then...
Yeah, potentially. I suppose I should test to see if you take the mission beforehand, but wait until sand sculpting actually starts, you still get the bonus, because that would let you stake a claim earlier, which might explain why people are getting a drop on me. But I haven't bothered with it that much.
Okay.
Last year I had a very small reward, so I didn't really learn it. This year they bolstered the rewards for it, so it's a little more worthwhile. And it's kind of neat. Castles in the sand. So what you look for on the beach is a little pail and shovel that is interactable.
Like this?
Yeah, but this person has staked it out, so you see the flags.
Gotcha.
It looks like this person... Oh, this person's trying to break down this one so they can take it. It's pretty funny. I think you unlock the ability to break them down early. Oh, here's one. Go ahead and try it. Cool. Cool, you stake your claim, and it's going to tell you to grab some sand, and you'll see the sand as interactable around you at these little distinct dunes here and there. That was lucky.
Yeah. Okay. Guess I can go back to the pail.
Build a little basic structure. Basically, every time you do this and turn it in, you advance a little bit in what kind of structures you can make. So now you have a certain amount of time that you can run back to him and turn it in for favors.
Okay. Oh yeah, so each time you get a little more advanced structure you can build.
Right. Eventually you can make kind of like a little monument. And I think advancing in the levels is how you unlock the ability to kick down structures, so you don't have to wait for them to despawn when somebody else is totally done.
Gotcha.
In fact, if you're Klingon and you ask, like, I forget what it says, but it's like, what need does a warrior have for sand sculpting? He tells you, well, you can consider it practice in building fortifications, or you can go and kick down other people's sculptures if you want glorious battle or something like that. It was pretty funny on my Gorn.
That is a pretty good way to handle that. Now,
this runs for another 10 minutes, so people can run back and forth and do it, but you get the idea.
Gotcha. Well, there's Zelda again. She's following us.
I think she likes you.
Spooky Cam.
Oh, somebody's waving at us. Hi there, Karina. Oh, that's Relin. I didn't see the username. We got stalked.
Oh, okay.
Relin's got one of the caracols. That thing's really cute.
Oh my gosh. That is adorable.
Giant alien eyes. I like the pattern on its fur. It's cool.
It looks like Stitch.
Yeah, that too. Just fitting for the Hawaiian island here. Liberated Borg Betty. Can't argue with that.
Oh, I forget how to do the emotes. /EM.
/emote space, where you can bring up that same little menu we had for the dance.
Gotcha. I figured it out. Good at following people from afar. Yeah, that's about me. I'm like the #1 lurker on Twitch.
Nice. Switch to my Jace persona.
Uh-oh.
Jace costume here for events. Still daytime. Well, I can show you a couple of the other locations here.
Okay.
Let's take a floater.
All right.
Had to mute myself and cough, gosh.
Seems to be a lot of that going around.
All right, fly up overhead here. Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And if I recall correctly, there's an accolade for running across the bridge.
Being brave enough.
Maybe. It's been 2 years since I did these accolades. I did them all on my Romulan. Yep. There it is.
Don't look down. Won't look down.
And then there's a little cave over here, which is kind of cool. Spooky.
Heard of the, what does it say? Purity series? I haven't heard of that. Not sure.
Purity. No, I don't think I know that one. Is that a Foundry series? It rings a bell a little bit, but I'm not sure.
Oh, wow.
And this brings us out into the caldera.
It's pretty cool looking.
The whole thing is a giant dormant volcano. Or so we think.
Do shaky cam. Make everybody sick. It's a foundry.
Cool. It is a Foundry
Cool.
series. Yeah, I've heard of it, I think, but I haven't played it.
Now the Foundry stuff is all player-generated content.
Yep, you got it.
Cool.
There's some real gems on there. I've played a bunch of them, just haven't recently. I usually wait for recommendations, which I think we're about to get.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Maker of
awesome.
Purity 5.
Very cool. I'll have to check those out. I'll pass that on to Jake, who does the Foundry reviews for Priority 1, too. Good view. I like that they designed this place for the floaters because they made some nice vistas.
Yeah, it seems like they thought about it.
Unlike Microsoft, am I right?
Me
I actually never really had any problems with Vista, but
either.
it's a popular joke.
Yes. Hey, Windows 10 in a month and a half.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I gotta register for it on my other computer. I already did on this one.
Now, is there a site that you register for? I know everybody's, or you just have to make sure your copy's registered.
You should see on your taskbar on the right-hand side a little Windows icon, little Windows 8 icon. If you click on that, it'll open up the registration.
Gotcha. I'll do a couple searches for it. With all the computer problems I've had, so I'd like to be on the newest version.
Yeah. I'm hearing good things. Somebody I know is doing the beta for it and has positive things to say.
Yeah, I think the jump to DirectX 12 will be good once everybody adopts it. But it seems most of the big game engines are ready for it with CryEngine and Unreal.
Yep. I'll be Be happy with those two. The other space game I will not mention, of course, using CryEngine.
Yes.
Oh man, that's a huge moon.
That's no moon. Wait,
I hope
what?
it's a moon.
Oh my god, it is a huge moon.
What on the heck?
So basically, this planet is in perpetual high tide.
That's why it's a archipelago.
Uh
This is actually the largest continent.
huh. That's
Oh,
fun.
it's not playable right now. Yeah, that stuff seems to get wonky after every major patch. Hopefully it gets sorted out.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's always hard when you have user generated content. It's just so easy for the devs to do a couple little things and break it because that unfortunately isn't core QA tested.
Yeah. Generally, after every major patch, the Foundry goes down for a little while they re-verify the maps and stuff, but
Mm,
it's not a perfect process.
right. I'm sure at a certain point they'll have so much content they can't 100% verify everything.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately, they've been giving the UGC a little more attention. Like every couple patches, there's a few things added that's available for Foundry users, or a map gets fixed or something like that. I think Zeronius, who we met out on the dance floor there, is a big proponent of the Foundry, and she's one of the producers now, so that's helpful.
Oh, cool.
Good to have an advocate for it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a cool system. They use it a lot in Neverwinter too. Neverwinter, unfortunately, since it doesn't use the exact same Foundry engine, um, it's going to take them more work than they're able to right now to retrofit some of the advancements in their Foundry back to us. But hope is hope.
Yes.
Yes, lots of assets. What else should we do next? I'm trying to think. We've done all the events at least once, even if we didn't fully complete them all. Here, I'll get my bird out because it can fly. There we go, Sunset Streamer.
Wow, that is pretty cool.
That is a fully grown, non-tufted, so that's just a regular one. When they go tufted, they usually change in color a little bit, and they get big feather plumes off of their head crest, and I think off their tail too. I actually like the untufted ones better if I was going to keep one as a pet.
Yeah, that's really neat looking.
Yeah, I like them. They'll follow you around. They were a nice addition to first races since they're an actual flying pet and you're flying around here on your floaters all the time.
Yeah. Instead of it, a little dot running around on the ground.
Yeah, if you, let's see, do I have a monkey on me right now? Yeah, here's a tiki monkey. Watch me closely. Here we go.
Oh my god. Oh no, that poor thing. And it just disappears.
And he'll be running around down there. If we land later, he'll appear. The Horgon statue is funny because it appears with a little like swirl of hearts, like a little Valentine's effect, and it just plummets to the ground. I try to drop them on people.
Like a little love missile.
Yeah.
Wait, oh, that doesn't sound right.
I don't know about that.
Okay. On to new topics.
Yeah, I don't have that one on this character yet.
Uh-oh. We got tribbled.
My flight tribble. You probably have some tribbles, right?
I do.
You drag one of them into your regular inventory and then go into the reputation store.
Yeah, because I have this... What do I have? It's a Solanae tribble?
I think that'll spawn another one if you drop it in your inventory, and then make sure you have no other food in your inventory.
Oh, I have a tribble cav? Uncommon ground device?
Yeah, just use that one. That's a generic tribble.
Okay, yeah, it's a not an epic. It's a blue one. So you said reputation. I'm sorry.
Yeah, make sure you have no other foods in your inventory, um, and go into the reputation store, and then get any of the foods. I fed mine a Mai Tai personally.
So to the store. Got it. So any food,
Yeah, any of these Ricean foods, feed it oysters, whatever you want,
oysters, Rockefeller. There we go.
and just leave that in your inventory with that tribble. And periodically, basically the game does a check, and if your tribble is in your inventory and there's food, it'll eat the food and multiply.
Oh boy.
And so you have to be careful. If you have like a whole bunch of food items, you'll end up with an inventory full of tribbles. Yeah, that definitely happens to people.
That's the trouble with those tribbles.
You know it. But by giving them specific foods, there's a whole tribble breeding process where you can get tribbles that give you better buffs.
Dance party starts in half a minute. Get out on the dance floor.
Dance party starts in half a minute. Nothing like
Yeah.
just get there, like quick.
No, you can site to site transport. They're pretty close by, at least.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see, do I have tags today?
Oops.
Oh, I finally got a red monkey.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah, don't have a cannibal tribble. He says you wouldn't have one yet, but I usually keep one cannibal tribble on each of my characters to prevent that infestation problem.
Oh, jeez.
They eat tribbles and give you tribble corpses, which Klingon characters can actually turn in for Latinum. They get a DOF mission called Tribble Bounty.
Nice.
Since the Klingons are not fans of the tribble kind.
No. Now, does if a Klingon holds a tribble, it screech?
I don't think it actually does. I've used some tribbles with my Klingons. When they originally had the Best Buy pre-order, the Federation got a blue and yellow Best Buy colors tribble.
Oh, jeez.
But if you were Klingon, you got a Targ.
A Targ. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Was it blue and yellow?
No, just a summonable Targ pet. I'm just flying down to the dance floor.
Yep.
What's up?
I'm just following you. That's right. The greatest enemy is the tribbles.
Well, there used to be a conspiracy theory on the forums that all this stuff about the Iconians was just a smokescreen for their true masters, the tribbles. We had come up with some bogus evidence and stuff. Pretty fun. All right, so we're only a minute or two late, so we could probably get your other dance unlock. Just want to pin that as quick as you can and scroll down to the dance moves.
I can't hear the call outs.
Oh, got to hit
Oh,
I
I
Wanna
Wanna
Dance.
Dance, got
Yeah,
it.
they don't count until you have I Wanna Dance up.
Do the leg kick.
Got it.
Cool.
There's a full decked out Klingon here.
Oh yeah, looks like honor guard armor without the helmet. That's the main way Klingons get a cloak, other than on their birds of prey. Ah, see what I did there?
Wave your hand.
Ah, the Epos. Deadly friendly Epos. You'll eventually be able to raise Epos similarly to how the monkeys work with tags on as part of the Romulan storyline that anybody can do, though.
Oh, cool.
It's a cross-faction storyline. And the winter event has winter Epos that you get tags for from the race, kind of like the Power Board race.
Now, which one are the Epos?
They look like a little kind of bunny, I don't know, mole thing, like a gopher rabbit. I don't know, they're weird.
Okay. There's
They're
a
just a
DOF
cute little
mission
alien creature.
to sabotage Klingon command base, and one of the requirements is 3 tribbles.
That's
That's great.
I don't think I ever got that one. Hey, Risa.
Yeah, that's great new.
Yeah, there's some real gems in the whole DOF system. Yeah, bunny pig. That's probably the best description. I was stuck on Caddyshack.
Right. I kill all the gophers. When they get in trouble?
Dance club style. Raise the roof.
Oh, there is one other item that you might want to grab if you get more favors, which is there's a kit module for each profession. So there's an engineering one, a tactical, and a medical one that are special ones from this event. There's also some duty officers you can pick up from here. They're kind of funny. Emergency power to party and stuff like that.
That's great.
I didn't get any of them because they were added last year and I didn't do the summer event as much.
Do the leg kick.
I think the engineering one is a hurricane generator.
Raise the roof.
Hurricane generator.
Yeah, it does a knockdown and like cold and electrical damage, I think. You put down a device and it basically does an AoE attack.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, sounds cool.
News saying that you have to find it in sector space.
Yeah, there's some issues since the sector space revamp where the duty officer missions are a little harder to find than they're supposed to be.
Because you were saying before is that you have to be in the area that they're available in.
Right, you needed to be in the correct sector block before at a certain time. You know, they would move and be semi-random, and some of them would only appear in certain sets of blocks. Some of them could appear anywhere. Some of them would only appear in a single block.
And now because they took away the segmented thing, it's what's kind of broke it.
It's supposed to work basically the same way, just without the zoning between them, but it's not quite 100%.
Okay.
Like he's saying, there's places where when you go to them, what missions you see when you say look at local missions is actually different. And it's not running the full gamut, where some of them are much rarer than they're actually sort of supposed to be, and so on.
Okay.
I've been doing a ton of doffing recently, but it makes it a little tough because some of them are part of assignment chains. So there were some from various chains that like weren't even spawning for a while, so people couldn't complete the chains.
Okay.
Frustrating stuff.
Yeah.
On my Delta ult, I was really just filling up my duty officers with duty officer mission slots with whatever was available. I wasn't being discerning, but when you actually are doing it with a purpose, it's tough.
Yeah. That's just like we were talking about with the foundry missions. It's one of those growing pains. You want to make these things because it might be an overall improvement, but it down the line it breaks 5 other things.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely a process right now. Some of the lag experiences we're having is like that because a lot of features have been added and on the back end they have added up to like all these new abilities and stuff. Are making so many calls that it's grinding down the servers, and so they're
Mm.
rewriting the back end of ability after ability to make them work the same for us, but work more efficiently in the game.
Yeah.
And it's a gradual process. Mostly affects queues, though there are some other places that we're experiencing it too.
And that goes back to the thing you were telling me before about the queues having problems with connections and stability things.
To the side
Yeah,
now.
I think that's somewhat related. It's like where we were getting all that rubber banding for a little while.
Yeah.
It was like the worst form of it. Oh, fire on root off. That's pretty cool.
To the robot.
Should get that for my Gorn. I haven't really put together a good ground kit for my science Gorn.
To the robot.
Fireworks observer.
Oh yeah, we're here near the beach while the fireworks are going off, but I didn't actually even see them.
Me either.
Hey.
Yeah, it happens just after dusk every night and is visible from this southern beach.
Cool. So on the standard Disney schedule of
Dance slope style.
every night about 9 p.m.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh wow. Uh, bot farmers.
Yeah, there's been some people doing exploits in and around Risa. They were tracking some of that down yesterday, and there was a forum thread about some suspicious activity on the classic beach 2 days ago, I think, or yesterday. People are a pain.
Your hand.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, I'm missing my things here. Yeah, well, I guess anytime you have a free to play game with
To the snake.
an economy for items,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to encounter some of that.
To the snake.
Yeah, it's tough because one of the things I like is that if I'm sort of multitasking, there's a few things I can do here that are sort of semi-mindless, like what we're doing right now.
Right.
Um, Instead of having to be like fully engaged all the time to get rewards. But the problem is that's the stuff that people will exploit. So a lot of times designers will cut that stuff or make it more complicated to require a human element.
Mm-hmm. You have to have some kind of constant interaction.
Mm-hmm.
I know there was a thing in Star Wars Galaxies because you could have um, you basically one of your classes could be a dancer, entertainer, or whatever,
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
and you know you could just stand there and dance for hours and just level up and give people buffs. And
Mm-hmm.
I
There
think,
was a ton of botting in that game.
yeah, I think towards the end they made it where you had to actually almost do like a mini game to do the dancing.
Yeah, and that made it so involved that
Slope
people
style.
stopped giving each other buffs.
Yep,
So,
basically, yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's funny that that game almost was like Eve before Eve in a way because Eve introduced, I don't know if it was the first, but it definitely had the mechanic where your character increased skills while you were offline.
Mm,
That's what
yes,
pretty much everybody did in Star Wars Galaxies. You just weren't supposed to.
yeah, exactly. You
Cool. I
know,
just got my 20th.
I got mine also.
Cool. So that should give you the other
Samba
uh,
Master.
Samba dance. Yep. And big 50 Lolanaut bonus. Congrats.
Cool. Combat rolling in the Doctor Tree in an hour. I believe it.
Oh, yep. There you go.
I mean, it was crazy when, I mean, we played for a while and our dad was big into it, and he literally had giant farms set up with extractors and all the other stuff and vendors and different houses.
Yeah, first he had his whole town on Tatooine, and then he got rid of that, and he built like a mall on whatever that planet was that was the main hub at that time.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember right now.
But it got so bad with lists and paperwork. He's like, this is like a whole nother job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he had a couple accounts too, because
Yeah,
you couldn't have lots of characters per account in that game, as I recall.
one per server.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a bit much. They had some good ideas, but it was very rough hewn.
Yeah, and then they introduced Jedi and broke the game, and
Yeah, ruined it for me. I was like a step or two away from unlocking Jedi the old, like, super long way with the holocrons,
yep.
and all it gave me was like a little piddly amount of credit towards the new system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go over to the promenade because I have some monkeys to turn in.
Okay.
My dock mission's just finished. We should probably wrap up pretty soon.
Okay.
Yep, Realm's right there with me. I just wasn't all the way there yet.
Yeah, I stopped right about jump to light speed.
Yeah, I got Jump to Light Speed, and then I hardly ever played it.
Yep, I think I played it for a couple days, and then that was
I was in the
it.
beta for that. That was like the first thing I was ever in a beta for, I think. Okay, I need to buy an egg because I'm out. That went well. I think you got a good overview of Risa, kind of the nickel tour.
Yes.
There's lots to explore here. Like I said, there's lots of accolades you can get for exploring and doing wacky stuff, like landing on top of the resort or buzzing the tower, I think.
Oh no. Somebody yell at me and spill their coffee.
That would be perfect. Completed, okay. Collect eggs. Collect birds. Did I get any mutants? Yeah, I got a tufted mutant. Just one.
It's not something you normally hear people excited about.
Yay, mutants. Yeah, so here I'm taking each of my birds that is not at the senior level and trying to raise it up to the next level with a duty officer mission. So I just have to, so this one's raise a fire spray, and this one's going to become a senior, so that's my last chance for that one to get tufted. Just a lot of different kinds of birds, so I don't remember what they look like, so I always have to hover them. Which one is this? Oh, that's the Sunset Streamer.
That is also new about the ships. I never got deep enough into it to see that stuff. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little bit of like the promise of like a Star Citizen and some of these other games. Even maybe Elite Dangerous to a lesser extent.
Yeah, whoever gets good multi-character, multi-crew space in a modern generation game is going to have, I think, a moneymaker on their hands. I mean, space sims haven't really been that active until recently.
Yeah, they're kind of coming back. I mean,
Yeah, now you're seeing different versions of them, like Strike Suit Zero with the very arcade feel. Um, what's it called? Starlight Inception, which is all mouse and keyboard,
right.
but actually flying ships rather than sort of like the transforming robot, almost like Veritech style. And Elite now, a revamp of a classic game, Star Citizen, trying to do a Wing Commander meets Freelancer meets the 21st century.
Yeah, a lot more and more I hear about Elite Dangerous from the new patches and stuff. It really sounds like it's just modern privateer.
Yeah, I never played any of the actual Elite games, so that's the best comparison I have. But I didn't play Freelancer or Star Lancer either. I played Wing Commander and Privateer, and then
Right.
that was it. Green Tiki. What's this blue guy? Okay, I got 2 senior blues with Tiki masks. Okay. All right. Well, I think I am all done here. Oh, yeah, I missed the power board race. Well, I don't care. I can do that tomorrow. All right.
Alrighty. Oh boy.
Rampaging.
I can hatch an egg.
Oh, you got an egg?
I guess so.
Oh, cool.
Or maybe not.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I didn't get an egg. It just gives
Yeah,
you
it
the
gives
option.
If you
Gotcha.
have 150 tokens, you could, or favors,
I have 219.
but you could also be saving that up towards a better floater, or buy some costumes with it if you're not going to do that much stuff here. Totally up to you.
I'll just hold on to them for now.
Yeah.
Alright, so the basic thing is I need to not be lazy and log in every day and do my floater race there for my daily.
Right. Yeah, let's beam to the resort so you're in the right spot for it if you log back in. Yeah, so you just run over to her, talk to her as long as it's been 20 hours since the last time. She'll give you the mission, or if not, it'll be grayed out with a countdown, and then you can just fly off, do them, come back to her, get the favors, and throw them in that project.
Cool.
That is it. And that will get you the warship.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm way too excited about that warship.
Yeah, that's awesome new. We ran through one of those earlier and I just didn't happen to get any.
I've been fairly lucky so far. I just didn't get one today.
Oh, I guess everything. Okay, this is where the board race finishes, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot because we went right out and looked at the ship because it was daytime.
Get some good screenshots of that ship once I have it in space in the right lighting, because that gold skin is going to be reflective
Oh wow, that would be look cool.
if I see it correctly.
It looks like it. Oh, speak of the hunt.
Yeah, I'm tapped out for tonight.
Yeah, yep.
Another Gorgon hunt.
That's fine. We'll call it a night.
Look at you. You're well on your way to being a proficient vacationer already.
Yes. I could use one of those in real life. But we'll live it through in our second lives.
Yeah. I think you can interact with some of the lounge chairs over here.
Oh, really?
If not, you can get on them and do the lounge emote. No, you can interact with them. I couldn't remember. There we go.
Oh. There you go. I'm already asleep.
Crashed out.
Oh, I disappeared.
Yep.
Ooh.
Ghostly. There we go. Cozy. Stargazing.
Yeah.
Clean names up there. Random vacationers buzzing us.
Yeah.
Dropping coffee cups.
Get off my beach.
Yeah, Rooter, that's a pretty cool trait. All the tier 6 ships come with a trait. Once you master the ship, basically level it up to 5, uh, you unlock that starship trait and you can use it on any of your ships.
Oh, that's cool.
This one has a lot of science seeding, although it is a tactically based ship as a warship, and gives an interesting bonus using drain abilities. It should be pretty fun.
That's awesome. Okay, well, we can call it a night for tonight. Where am I? Uh-oh. Clicking on all the wrong things. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so we'll call it a night for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. We try and do this every week where we're doing a little bit of a playthrough. My brother Jace here has been nice enough to try and get me back into the game since I started out a lifetime subscriber from the beginning at launch, and then just for one reason or another never played that much. So now trying to get back into it, little drips and drabs here, and we thought we'd stream it and record it. I usually archive everything within a couple days on my YouTube channel, which I think is just youtube.com/judboss, JUDBOSS. You can also look me up by Malekith Drew Chi, which is same as my Twitch name. So you can also see it there. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you again, Jace. I'll catch up with you next week.
Yeah, good times. Nice to have a chat roll.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you guys. You can also always give me a follow on Twitch, and then there's Twitter's at Malekith, and you have Jace at P1Jace, who is one of your lovely hosts on the Priority One podcast.
All right, plugs. That's what I like.
Yeah, gotta get those in for you. Yeah, 50, 60 grind. That's like every MMO, though, isn't it?
Well,
Get
with a
that.
fresh character, it's not that bad though, because the story will actually take you past 50th. It's if you already had a 50th and you're trying to get to 60th, there's not enough new missions to get you to 60th. But yeah, between duty officers and red alerts.
Oh my god,
mackerel.
he just got here?
The monkey just
Are you
arrived.
kidding me? That is great.
I forgot he was even still loose on the island. He didn't come with me when we teleported. That's funny. That's awesome.
That poor thing's been running across the island.
Oh, that's good. Leveling the ships in 4 red alerts. I got to do that again. I like that.
That's awesome. All right, thank you guys. We will catch you next time, and good night, Jace. I'll catch you later.
Night.
All right.